We want justice. 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 No 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 justice. I was at the Justice Center and people noticed all the media attention that was drawn there. That doesn't mean the media attention can't be drawn nowhere else. We can go to the Apple store and the media attention is gonna follow us if we got a lot of people. The media attention follows the people. The media attention doesn't care about that Justice Center. It cares about our messages. The media is gonna follow us. The media is not gonna sit and wait to see who comes to the Justice Center. No, the media is gonna follow the people. So wherever we go, the media is gonna come. Because they know the words is touching more than just this state. The words that's coming from this state is touching every other state. We're touching them so hard that other states are coming here to join the mission. Other states are coming to Portland because the message is so real, they want to come and be in person with it. And in order to get the cops to go home, we got to stay out here. We can't give up. We can't give up. We got to stay out here. It is not just the cops, it's the government. It is not just the government, it's the prisons. It is not just the prisons, it's these businesses. It is not just these businesses, it's some of us humans. And some of us humans got to go do some self-cleaning. We got to clean out stuff in our closets. I got stuff in my closet I gotta clean. I'm not perfect. I was brainwashed too, but I'm climbing up out of that. I refuse to stay brainwashed. I refuse to stay whipped. Like my ancestors were whipped and trained to obey the master. We have to come out of that brainwashing that runs in our blood. We gotta come out of the brainwashing that runs in our blood. It's in our genes, the way we convey things. And we gotta somehow reach deeper within us and be like, I don't wanna think like this no more. Let me change the way I'm thinking. It's called cognitive. It's called cognitive thinking. If we change the way we think, then we will not oppose another human being. It starts with self. Whenever you start cleaning up yourself, then you can start respecting the next person. If you don't start cleaning yourself up, how can you respect anyone else? Cleaning starts with self. Reprogramming your brain starts with self. Understanding a human being fully starts with yourself. Once you try to learn yourself fully, then you'll understand you're no different than the next man. So we must start with ourselves. I mean, I understand some people need encouragement. That's what protest is for. Protest is for a speaker that's stronger than most people. It's for him to share that strength with people. I do not use my strength to bully people. I do not use my strength to say I'm better than you. I use my strength to help you. I want you to become like me. I want you to use the speaking that you got within. Everyone got speaking within. Stop hiding that speaking. Bring that Spinky to attention. Go home, go to your tent, wherever you gotta go. Get within yourself and be like, I'm gonna start speaking. I'm gonna make a change. I'm gonna make a change for the better. I'm gonna stop thinking closed-minded. I'm gonna start thinking, let me share a little bit. You don't have to give no one an item. You can give someone a thank you. You can give someone, how you doing today? You can give someone, I appreciate you. You can give someone a hug. And if you're scared of the COVID, you can give someone a thumbs up. I mean, it's all type of ways that we can share as human beings. Start sharing with a thumbs up. Look at the next human being and give them a thumbs up. I welcome all groups here because we all need someone to pull us up, someone that can educate us. We all wasn't born with a personality. We was taught a personality. We was born with no knowledge of nothing. And as we grow up, we learn personality. We learn these traits. And some of us learn the wrong traits. And they grow up and they think that's the way it is. But then they realize, why are so many of them so different than me? Research why. Ask them why. Welcome them to educate you. Don't oppose them. Don't be scared. Portland, are you scared? No. Portland, are you scared? No. Do not be scared. Do not be antisociable. I was antisociable before I got out here and started protesting. George Floyd died, and I came up out of my antisocial. I said, man, I can't be quiet no more. I gotta go out and try to talk to people. I came down here with no megaphone, using my voice to try to get people to hear me. And then I said, I gotta get a megaphone. I went to Harbor Freight and I bought the smallest one for $14. And I was out here with that little megaphone and I got 1,000 people to come out here. Then I graduated to a microphone. Not only I got a voice, everybody got a voice. The more you use it, the more stronger it becomes. Practice makes perfect. We've been out here 60 days, and we're gonna be out here longer. Start using your voice. Don't shut nobody else's message down. Even if you think that their message is wrong, at least give them the respect to use their voice. Maybe they might touch someone. Don't criticize them, even if you think that they're wrong. At least let them have their word. You can come have your word after them and state your point. We all gotta learn to reason. If you think the next man is wrong when he's speaking, at least listen to him and then come ask for the mic and give your reason. That's the problem with us. We don't give each other a chance. We gotta at least give each other a chance, even if we think they're wrong. Because if we give them a chance, you might find out, damn, he's right. You might think, damn, he's right. And stop killing human beings, period. Stop killing human beings, period. Kids, adults, dogs. We gotta stop killing. We gotta stop killing people. We gotta stop assaulting human beings. We gotta start standing up for human beings.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we all we got. I mean, we got, even if we're a kid out here and we don't know no better, get with one of these adults and be like, man, is this what I'm supposed to do? I mean, kids need to, it's a lot of kids out here that's misguided. Come up to me, man, ask me, hey man, how you do that? How can I do that? Can I help you? And I'm gonna help you. For any kid that's listening to me right now that may be out here homeless, come to me and I'm gonna help you with whatever you need. I'm not stingy, and I'm a people person. I love people. That's why I get these crowds, because I'm willing to help people. I'm willing to let you know the difference between something negative and something positive. I had to learn it. And I'm willing to show you how I learned it so you can learn it. I would rather be on my platform over there at the Justice Center, but like I said, any portion of this land is a platform. It can be turned into a platform.
Yes.
I just want to take his message one step further and say, no justice, no peace, no racist beliefs. Because it starts with the belief, everybody out there. It doesn't start with the police. It starts with the belief and us bringing peace to each other. Like this man said, we may not understand each other. We may not get each other. And it's okay to not understand each other. It's not okay to get each other. It's okay as long as we live in peace and as long as we live in harmony. We should be able to work with the police. We should be able to work with everybody out here. Because at the end of the day, we're all humans. And at the end of the day, we all have feelings. And at the end of the day, all our feelings care and matter to each one of us. And at the end of the day, as long as we're not hurting nobody, that's all that should matter. Is no justice, no peace, no racist beliefs.
Yeah,
it starts with the belief and the perspective.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Whose lives matter?
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 Black Lives Matter.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
What's his name?
George Floyd.
What's his name?
George Floyd.
We understand that there's a lot of names. There's so many names, if we said them all, we would probably be out here all night. Those names that are on the Apple Store are just a few names. Those ain't all the names. But we need to acknowledge that there's names up there. And we need to acknowledge that as long as we stand out here, we're making change. We got a right to be out here. They don't want us out here because they know change is coming. We need to be out here 24 hours a day. I'm not saying just us. Alert your friends, the ones that gotta stay home at night. Alert them to come out in the morning. Alert them to start protesting at the job. Pasting up signs at the job. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Portland, are you scared?
No.
Portland, are you scared?
No.
I ain't scared. Feds, go home. 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 Feds, go home.
The reason why I know the feds are still here, because an ongoing investigation just doesn't all of a sudden stop. They are still here. But as long as they're not tear gassing us and shooting at us, they can stay here. Because we might change a few of them's mind. Because we're going to be out here protesting. We're going to be out here protesting. We're going to be out here protesting. We're going to be out here protesting.
Hi, my name is Margot. I came here from Seattle with Defusefascism.org, incredibly inspired by the fearlessness of people in Portland. It is a beautiful, beautiful uprising for Black lives, and you all should feel tremendously proud. People all over the world are looking at the actions of people here. Not only were people in the streets day after day, night after night, standing up for Black lives, but then when the feds came in with their brutality and started kidnapping people, started taking them away in unmarked cars like full-on fascist troopers, what did the people do? You did not back down. You came back stronger. You came back broader. And that's a model. That's a model for people all over this country. Because what we're facing, brothers and sisters, isn't just a bunch of different fascist outrages. It is all of one piece. What we are facing is a fascist regime that's in power. Our power is in the streets. And the thing that can change that equation is getting that fascist regime out of power. That is on us. They tried to take revenge. This regime, Trump deployed these fascist forces to take revenge and to crush this movement. And there's no getting around this. This is the elephant in the room. This is the obstacle in front of us. And all of our dreams, we come from a lot of different perspectives, but all of our dreams for a better world are going to go nowhere if fascism gets consolidated in this country. Let me tell you right now, it can get a lot worse. White supremacy, that's what it looks like in this country. Fascism looks like open white supremacy and terror. It looks like misogyny. It looks like the hatred of women, the hatred of immigrants. But it can get much worse. Let me tell you about what happened in India. The fascist dictator there, Modi, he's been in power for a long time. And he's been unleashing police repression on people for a long time. But when he got reelected, he sicked the troops on Kashmir. He took away all of the internet access, all of the cell phones, and it is like occupied territory. That is where this can go. And there is a way out of this. There is a way. What people have done all over the world when there's a fascist in power, when there's a dictator in power, they get into the streets and they stay in the streets. And they have a clear demand, and that is that the regime has to go. There's no American exceptionalism. Fascism is coming to power in this country unless we stop it because of the roots of white supremacy that founded this country. And the only way that we're going to stop it is to drive this regime from power and to win this. I want to ask everybody to put your fist in the air and do this pledge with me.
Thank you.
We pledge that we will not stand aside while there is still a chance to stop a regime that imperils humanity and the earth itself. In the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. We will stay in the streets. We will bring others with us. And we will not stop. Until our demand is met. Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. to me about this. Refusefascism.org.
What people need to do is stop hurting our loved ones and shooting them in the neck and killing our kids. It needs to stop. It's not, this is real life out here. We got lives, kids. And they need to stop the freaking violence. We need to get these peasants out of here. And don't let them come back. Ever again. I'm going to fight until they do this.
How y'all doing today? I'd like to start off by acknowledging that I just joined this fight. I have not been a part of this fight very long, and I want to acknowledge that this gentleman and men like him have been fighting this battle for over 400 years. So let's start with that. I got my first serious taste of this protest movement last Sunday when I stood at the front of the line, got hit with rubber bullets, ate tear gas, one of which went right through my side and blasted me in the face. But when I left that protest, I had another thought. Do you guys know what I did when I left that protest and I went home? I took off my protest clothes, I booted up my PC, and I played Minecraft. That is what I did at the end of the protest last Sunday night. I took off my clothes and I played Minecraft. Now, that's a key difference between me and this gentleman right here. When I leave this place tonight, I get to take off my clothes. I get to stop being a protester and go back to a life where I feel safe, where I feel secure, and I can do whatever the hell I want without worrying that my mere existence is going to get me shot. This man cannot do that. This man is stuck in his skin. This man is going to be targeted wherever he goes, whatever he does, just for being who and what he is. So the thing that occurred to me is I joined a protest and I stood up, and that's great. But then I went home and I did precisely nothing to help this movement. Martin Luther King opened with the idea, I have a dream. Well, I've got a different idea. I have a fear. I have a fear that one day this protest is going to end. My fear is that 2, maybe 3 months from now, none of all y'all is going to be out here. This will just be a park, and when people stop gathering, when they stop coming out to protest with their candlelight vigil, we will still live in the same shithole of systemic embedded racism that we started as. And God knows it's happened before. This is not the first mass protest for the benefit of Black lives. Far from it. We are at the tail end of a long history of protest movements that have tried to make a difference, only for nothing in this country to change. So I want to challenge everyone gathered here, myself included, as a privileged Black man. You have come out to join this movement. You have come out to stand in solidarity with our Black brothers and sisters, and that's great. But what are you going to do when you go home? When you leave this protest movement and you go back to your house, are you going to take off your protest clothes and do whatever it is you're doing? When you wake up tomorrow morning, are you still going to be fighting this battle? If you want to call yourself an ally to this movement, then the fight cannot stop the moment you leave the protest grounds. A protest is a good start, but a protest is not a movement. A single night of demonstration, of standing in front of the police and eating tear gas is not a movement. A movement is a continued, sustained effort by all the people involved making a demand for change. So we all need to get involved with that. How can you do that? Good question that nobody asked, but I'm answering anyway. First off, there are a plethora of wonderful organizations standing up for the rights and well-being of Black people. If you have the means to support these organizations, even if there is nothing else you are able to do, you can donate to organizations like the NAACP. You can donate to Black Lives Matter. You can donate your time and supplies to your black brothers and sisters out here fighting on the front line. What else can you do? How many of you out in this crowd have actually called your elected representatives to tell them that this is not okay? That's quite a bit of hands I'm seeing. That makes me happy, but it's not nearly enough. Everybody in this crowd needs to be calling your elected representatives and asking them, what are you doing personally to advance the well-being of black lives in this community? And if you're not donating to the cause and you're not calling your representatives, then you need to be talking to your friends and family members, people you know who may disagree with you or who don't understand the nature of this movement. I gotta be honest with you. I was here on Sunday. I stood at the front of the line. I ate tear gas in defense of black lives. So you know what? I would rather do that all over again than talk to my mom about the movement. I find it preferable to breathe tear gas fired at me for federal officers than to stand in front of my coworkers and in front of my family members and tell them about this movement or that I was a part of it. Social fear is a powerful force, but we must not give in to it. Something else. I am a white guy. I am very clearly and obviously pasty white. I'm about as white bread as it gets. And us white people, we do not fully and truly understand the suffering that these people have been through. And that lack of understanding can cause white people like myself to be afraid to lift our voices in support of the movement. It takes courage to stand up and demand justice for your black brethren. And you know what? It may involve embarrassing yourself sometimes. It may involve being an idiot as you learn what it is you're doing and how to do it well. But you need to have the courage to take that stand and to be a moron. You need to have the courage to stand up, raise your voice, and make mistakes once in a while. And when you learn how to do it better, when people tell you, no, stop what you're doing, this is the right way to do it, you need to listen. Above all, you need to uplift black voices and hear black voices. When members of the black community tell you, this is what we need, this is what will actually help, this is what will bring peace and well-being to our community, then that is what you need to do. I'm going to hand the mic back now. Thank you very much.
Come on. Thank you, white man. I appreciate you.
Can we give him a bigger round of applause? We must uphold the dignity and respect for one another. We must help human beings. If we are here standing together, we must support each other. We must protect each other. We cannot let a fellow human being be assaulted. If you see someone being assaulted, break it up. Come on. We have no police to come to our call. We are going against the police. We have no police. So if you see anyone getting assaulted out here, break it up and make them understand that it's all about us. Why are y'all fighting? No one out here is on the side of the police. Anybody out here is on the other fence of the police. Anybody out here is on the other fence of the police. So that means we are all together. If we're all together, we must protect each other. We must lift each other up. We must not criticize each other to the point of getting the next man mad. We must start having respect for one another. We're human. If you see someone in need, ask that person what they need. And if you can't supply it for them, get with one of us that's on this mic and we can raise a fund for them.
Justice, and we need peace.
I'm gonna let someone else speak. Her name is Gail. Her name is Mary. She's an 80-year-old nun, y'all.
Can you understand me? Yeah. No, I'll be 82, but I'll be married 50 years the same month. Listen, I came up from Oaxaca, and like the sister said, I was really worried about Black Lives Matter here. I was really worried with Black Lives, when everything was coming down. So when the feds come, just like the sister was saying, this shit is the worst for Black lives. It's the worst for everybody, but especially Black people. If anybody knows what happened in Hitler Germany, see, I remember the Second World War. So I just came up from Oaxaca, where we live with Native peoples in the South. They are the relatives of the Native peoples here. And they sent me with love and concern, and to tell you all that you're all in our thoughts and our prayers, and when we smudge and when we pray. So I can't stay because I have to go back, but we're not abandoning you, we're not leaving you alone.
Oh, yes.
So I take you all back with me. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm out here all by myself tonight. I'm gonna continue speaking, but I'm gonna open my mic up for people that want to share their story. Please respect the speakers out here, man. If you're opposed to what they gotta say, just let them speak. And then you can get up and tell your story after that. But I'm gonna run a line right here for people that want to tell their story. Black Lives Matter.
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 Whose lives matter?
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 Black Lives Matter.
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 George Floyd.
George Floyd.
George Floyd.
George Floyd.
George Floyd. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. John Lewis. John Lewis. John Lewis. Kendrick Martin. Kendrick Martin. Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin. John Lewis. George Floyd. Breonna Taylor.
Well, back out here again on this back, huh? So I just want to say a few little something. Y'all already know my name is Richard PC. You know what I mean? That's why I'm out here every day just like y'all are, no different from y'all. But one thing I want y'all to understand, this movement is not a movement just against the police. It's deeper than that. I see black women right now with shirts that says Black Teachers Matter. Without having black teachers, black kids where they're going to learn. Because a lot of schools will accept black kids. But have any of y'all heard Donald Trump say Black Lives Matter? Have anybody heard him say Black Lives Matter? So that shows you that it's deeper than just the police. It's deeper than that. Have we heard Kate Brown say Black Lives Matter? You know, we had the commissioner come down here. We even had, Mr. Wheeler come down here to show his face, right? But we haven't seen Kate Brown come down here and show her face. You talk about you want to push the police out, you don't want them here, but you know why they're here. You know why they're here. So let your presence be known the same way we let our presence be known. If you stand for us and you say that Black Lives Matter, or you believe it, or you trying to make your campaign strong, then bring your butt down here and show your presence and support us and say Black Lives Matter with us.
You're supposed to be the governor of Oregon, and you can't do that? But the mayor can do it? Y'all hear that? Like, it's deeper than this, y'all. I want y'all to know it's deeper than just this building. It's deeper than just the JC. It's deeper than that. It's our life. This is deeper. This is a system we're fighting against. We gotta go up the chain. We gotta go into the faces that make changes. We gotta let them hear our voice. We have, what's this over here? It's the World Trade Center of Portland, right here. When have y'all ever seen us over there and chant and march? That's where it has to start. When they are there and they're working, they need to hear our voice. They need to understand. That's where commerce is at. All the economics. That's where it's at right there. We have to take this movement from just being a stagnant movement to a movement that makes changes. We can't just sit here and say Black Lives Matter all day and don't put forth the effort. Vote. Vote. March. Vote. Let your voices be heard. Don't just do every time you see a police, them the only people we're against. It's more than them. Y'all know for a fact, you know I'm against them regardless. I'm always be against them. But it's more than them we have to fight against. I need y'all to do your research. I need y'all to do homework. I need y'all to understand that this state right here has to change. You have to. Y'all hear them? You have to do the work. You have to write your ballot in. You have to put forth the effort. Put your feet on the ground. Look, you are August 6th. Come on, y'all. We have to do this. Special election, August 6th. We have to do this, y'all. Let our voices be heard. Look, y'all see that? Come on, man. We really need y'all. We thank y'all for being out here. But it's more than just being out here right here. It's more than just this. Look around y'all. Look at all these buildings. If it was just against the police, we wouldn't have these buildings. We gotta move up the chain. We gotta get black doctors involved. We already got black teachers involved. We got black moms involved. We gotta get everybody, black lawyers. We gotta push the envelope, y'all. We have to. So when y'all go into a store and y'all buy some new shoes or a new shirt, you let them people know Black Lives Matter. Do y'all have a black manager? No. Why not? Why not? You can't tell me that he don't qualify. If he qualified to come and buy some damn shoes, he qualified to be your manager. You don't know a person's background until you talk to him. So every time y'all go out and y'all go to eat, you ask for a black person. Hey, do y'all have a black servant? Do y'all have a black bartender? Do y'all have a black manager? Let me holler at them. If not, then let me holler at the white manager so I can push my issue. Because this is what I want to see. Our change is everywhere. It's not just here. It's everywhere. Every time you take a step and you see a different person, you talk to that person, hey, how you doing? All right, I'm doing good. You know, today is another Black Lives Matter day. That's our day. That's how we should speak to people. This is another day for Black Lives Matter. Let's see what they say. Like you said earlier, you got to talk to these people. Communicate with them. Check their opinion. Voice your opinion right with them and say, look, this is why I believe it. I don't understand why you don't, but this is why I believe it. So let's see if we come to a standing point and push this issue together. Because I guarantee you, when you talk to somebody who don't believe Black Lives Matter and you speak your mind and your point, I bet you they will after that. Because we ain't no different. We ain't no different person. What makes us different than somebody else? Nothing. So let's push this issue, y'all. Let's really take this and I'll tell you, man, look, let's push it as far as we can. Because without us helping our black youth, we have no Black Lives Matter. Because these black youth who be out here, they need guidance, they need help. They don't, and I don't. You see, every time there's an issue with black youth, I'm always the first one over there. Y'all see me, I'll run right to it. Past everybody else. Sorry, my leg's longer. We have to, y'all. You can't just lock up a black kid because he did wrong. But what is that gonna do? What is that gonna do? When you lock up a black person and you say you broke the law and you just throw them in jail, what do they learn? Show them something. Hey, let's push this envelope where we can have a way where a black person who's having a bad day or an issue, he don't get shot and killed. Or if a black person is sleeping in this car, he don't get shot and killed. Or a black person who's driving through the drive-thru won't get shot and killed. Or a black person who's standing at the corner because he want to have some cigarettes in his hand won't get shot and killed. Or a little kid on his way home won't get shot and killed. Or like my homeboy, Oscar Grant, in Oakland, California, Fruitvale BART Station, won't get shot and killed. We don't need that. We don't need a police officer to determine who life get to live and who don't. We don't. And how do we get rid of it? The system. If their system broken, let's make our own system. But I know half of y'all out here are smart as hell. I know some of y'all are in school. I'm in college. I know some of y'all are in school. I know some of y'all are nurses and teachers. Some of y'all are hidden doctors. I can look in y'all face. Y'all don't even know it. So let's push this issue, y'all. If we want to make a change, we got to sit in the seat of the change makers. You have to. In order to make a bill and a law, your first point is to make a petition. Get it signed. Push it through. Let's make this happen. We have the right to do that. We're not going to just sit around and let somebody else determine, well, this bill should be passed because I think it works for black people. How the fuck do you think it works for black people? If you don't know, don't do it. We're not going to let you speak for us just because you think you want to speak for us so you can have a voice. If you want to sit your butt and be a House of Commons House representative and you want to speak for us, you make sure you bring one of us with you and let us speak. And then determine if that works for black people. That's like me telling the millionaire what to invest his money in and I'm broke. He ain't gonna listen to me. So why should I listen to you if you know nothing about black people? Why should I listen to you about what should go on for us blacks? So in order for us to make this change, we have to put ourselves in that position. In order to put yourself in that position, educate yourself. Learn. Understand what's going on. Understand what's really happening. Because every day we come out here and our crowd get bigger, but we stand right here and yell at the police. We don't yell at the lawyers. We don't yell at the DA. Come on, y'all. It's bigger than this. It's bigger than this. It trickles down to the police. I still hate them regardless. But it trickles down to them. They're the people who put the footwork in and say, you know what? We're going to just terrorize them. But who forced them? Who forced their hand to do that? Those higher ups. Those higher ups. Y'all think he came around before us? No. She's never been out here. She don't come out here. Like, really? You won't come out here? You're that scared and you're the governor and you're that scared? Come on, man. So every time y'all got an issue, every time y'all see something wrong, y'all send an email to her ass and say, look, this is what we're going through. We shouldn't have to go through this every day. You get to sit in your office and be free and safe. And we gotta be out here every night unsafe because you're a police force? It's not right. It's not right. Go ahead, you got this.
So you know what they did? They ran
She ain't alone, y'all. She ain't alone. We all out here together. It happens when y'all don't even see it. It happens everywhere. Everywhere. Every time I walk into a store, I can have money in my hand. They look at me like I'm about to steal. First thing I do when I go into the store, I tell them I ain't stealing. It's crazy, I gotta say that. It's crazy. And I'll be having bread. It's crazy. And I don't even sell drugs. I work. And it's crazy. But they look at me and stereotype me. A big guy, white, big black guy. I look angry and dangerous. How the fuck do I look angry and dangerous? What the fuck does look angry and dangerous look like? It look like Meek from Black? No. Yes, I can be angry, and yes, I can be dangerous. That don't mean my everyday look is angry and dangerous because you look at me. Like, we have to deal with that. Outside of what y'all see right here, we deal with so much. We deal with people who tell us we shouldn't date certain people. We shouldn't talk to certain people. We shouldn't speak a certain way. We shouldn't look a certain way. Black people shouldn't wear shorts. Why is that? Why is that? Well, we don't get hot. We don't get hot. Like, I gotta wear like suntan all day, every day. Like, come on, man. Like, really? There's so much that we don't hear and we don't see behind curtains. But I'll always pay attention to people. I'm always paying attention. Because you never know a person until you talk to a person. Until you hear their voice. Some people down here, they chant Black Lives Matter, and when they leave, they don't believe it. They don't understand it. I got somebody who lives in my apartment complex. He's a Trump fan. He's a Trump fan. Right? I don't hate the cat. But I tell him, you keep your Trump ass where you at. But I'm going to take my Black Lives Matter ass everywhere. I'm not limited. I'm not limited. I'm going everywhere. Everywhere I go, people know Black Lives Matter. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. I'm not going to stop this. This is not a moment. This is a movement. Y'all hear me say that constantly? We got to keep on pushing. Every time that we take a step, y'all know what time it is. We stand up for ourselves. We have to. If we don't stand up for ourselves, ain't nobody else going to do it. We have to. So I thank y'all for coming out. I thank y'all for pushing this issue with us. But don't just push when it's quiet. Don't just push when there's no violence. Don't just push when there's no tear gas. Push through the whole time. Y'all got this. You can't come out. You know what half my group always say? Call 3 friends, bring them out. You heard it just now. Make sure somebody come out and take your place if you can't come out that time. But always let your presence be felt and let your presence be known. Because Black Lives Matter. 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 Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
And when you go home and you're wondering why you are standing for this mission, just remind yourself, it could be you. Just remind yourself, it could be you. That's why Black Lives Matter, because it could be you. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. matter? Whose lives matter? They say all lives matter, and that is true. But this moment is for black lives because black lives has been the one they've been continuously killing. Black lives is the ones that's responsible for this protest because a black man got killed. Black lives matter because a black woman got killed, and her name is Breonna Taylor. They say all lives matter, but it continuously, black lives is the one that's continuously getting murdered in the streets. Black kids, black moms, black teachers. I mean, they say all lives matter, but the prisons is full of black lives. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. And it's as if black lives don't matter. All the cruelty that black lives are put through. That's why people are saying black lives matter. Because it's as if black lives don't matter. I mean, we are the ones that are highly profiled when we enter a store. We are the ones that are pulled over the most when we're in cars driving. We are the ones that are brutally killed and murdered in police custody. We're the ones that's running with our hands up and don't got a gun. This is why Black Lives Matter, because they keep murdering black people. Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter because a black man is the only man on the neighborhood watch sign. I mean, you go in any neighborhood and you see that yellow sign and all you see up there is a black person. This is why Black Lives Matter. I mean, they say all lives matter, then why ain't all lives on the neighborhood watch sign? Why is the only person on that neighborhood watch sign a black man? This is why Black Lives Matter, because black lives are deprived. Black lives was the first people hung in America. Black lives are the only people that went through slavery and the picking of cotton and had to be forced to stay on somebody's plantation. They say all lives matter, but black lives are the only lives that was subjected to this bullshit. Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter because Black Lives was the only one chained to the bottom of a boat called the Mayflower. You name any other race that was chained to the bottom of that boat. It was only black people. This is why Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter because it took one man, and his name was Martin Luther King, to bring other races to respect and appreciate and understand that they're human. And his name was Martin Luther King. This is why Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter today is because not only males have been murdered, but females. And they've been murdered in a criminal activity way by the people that are supposed to be protected and serving. The same people that we're paying our tax dollars to. They're not killing every other race like that. They're killing Black Lives Matter. So when people say all lives matter and try to reject the fact that Black Lives Matter, you're saying that you don't care that they're killing black people. The other races don't have to go through this. The other races don't have to come out of slavery and try to stand up tall. I mean, slavery consists of a whole slew of illegal, cruel, and unusual punishment that was done to my race. I can name a few. Rape, kidnapping, bodily harm. They was cutting people's feet off when they tried to run from the plantations. Black people had to escape from slavery. Black people are still getting hung today in the United States to trees like Christmas ornaments. There's other races too that's being hung, and it's people of color. but I still consider them black lives. Any person of color is a black life. Latinos, that's a black life. Native, that's a black life. Any people of color is a black life. And when we say Black Lives Matter, we mean any people of color. That's black life. We need to start respecting this. We can't say all lives matter when all lives are not dying in the police custody. You get a white man in the back of the police car, he's giving a cup of water while he's sitting in the back. You want to smoke a cigarette? I mean, but when you got a black man in the back of the police car, they take him out of the car and put him in cuffs and put a knee in his neck. This is why Black Lives Matter, because black lives are the ones that are deprived, are the ones that don't get the good jobs, are the ones that are on the back of the bus. And we gotta fight for our rights to sit on the front of the bus. I mean, if you go through your history, you would change your mind about saying all lives matter and focus on the lives that are being discriminated on. And that is the black lives. We are discriminated on every time we turn around. People claim they're scared of us. How can you be scared of someone that has been known to be a slave, that has been known to be chained to a boat? You can't be scared of that person. You gotta show your heart to that person. You gotta do your research and be like, man, you deserve a hug for all the fucking flack that your ancestors have been to. I mean, people that keep entertaining that bullshit is less than human. If you keep entertaining the fact that black people aren't human, you are less than human. Black people are human. And we are from your race. There's only one race, the human race. If we are from your race, for you to deny that, you not being human. You being less than human. You depriving your other half. I am your other half that got split up a long time ago because of a boat, because of a pirate thought that he could capture them because he didn't look like him. He judged that book by its cover. Black people are the purest people on earth. They came over to our country, they robbed us for gold. They robbed us for diamonds. They're still robbing us for oil. There's no other country than the Middle East where you can go get oil. They're robbing that country for oil. It ain't America's America's thing to go over there and get them people's oil. They should go live somewhere else for oil. But they're manipulating them people out of oil because they got some little paper that gives them a right to think they can control the world. We are all human. We are all responsible for this world. Not one man is responsible for the world, but all the people are responsible for this world. We make the world go round, not money. Money is something man-made. But people is something a greater power made. And money can't buy that. Money can't buy a single life. We need to take care of lives. We need to stop worrying about some bullshit ass money. I mean, before money was even made, we just had the land. And the land was a beautiful thing, man. And then they made the money. And then they start borrowing and trading. And then people start forgetting that they're human. They made that money off of treason. They made that money off of kidnapping. That made that money off of extortion. And they're still racketeering that criminal-minded money. Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! People are still being greedy when they say all lives matter.
certain community, you have good credit. You see a young, black, female or male trying to get a start, you can put them on your excellent credit. Did you know that? You could put them on your credit card. Did you know that? That's a start. That's a start. And we get scholarships, money for our schools directly. That's a start. If we have a profession, offer free service. That's a start. You have to stay low. You don't want to stay low. You just want to do it so you can say you did it. Do it for your heart. So you can brag about it. Take pictures about it. Oh, look what I did. Look what I did. This is real for us. We're glad to deal with this every day. Stay low. 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 It's hard to do. You need to hear anything about it. Don't see. You know, it's a girl. So all you told lies. Lies. You're not like to live on superior. At all. We're all equal. You're the one that don't want to treat us equal, and we damn sure treat you like you equal. But you're too smart and think you know every fucking thing. You don't want to admit that you've been taught a bunch of lies and you need to regroup yourself and stay low.
Woo!
Stay low.
Stay low!
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 Stay low. Stay low. Stay low.
Oh, well, isn't that surprising? It's what I'm talking about, this privilege that you fucking have. Use it for our benefit this time because you will risk off our fucking backs. White people don't work hard. Are you fucking kidding me? White men don't work hard. They give their jobs to someone else and go get drunk or do drugs and know what cause about on it. Be alcoholic. Be killing their whole family. Nobody wants to call them out for it. Look at our president. Look at our president. He's good. He's good. Still, president. And there's people that actually agree with that shit. Him getting up crying every day. And it's accepted. How fucked up is America? When you accept that a white man is not what he's doing, but he's still president over our lives. Which you don't give two fucks about. Two fucks about. And we know that because we've been down here. He's gonna say your lives is a hope. For real. He shut up. Mom. All of this bullshit because white men have that power. No one don't wake me up for them. No, I'm gonna wake up because I want to rape. I want to kill. I want to do anything to you, and you're gonna take it. And when you call someone, they're not gonna investigate because they're a fool, and they're on my side too. And then if they do investigate it, they're gonna lose the evidence, or you're gonna lose your case. That shit. Stay low.
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 But in their cases, when it's very local, county, the judge said
him come in.
We are here together, but I don't see many people here. Hey guys, everyone here, come over here. Black lives matter. 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 That's why we're here. We do not, let me repeat, do not want indeed, you being here shows you don't want it to continue. And I thank you, Mom. I thank the crowd. Because as you can see, since the feds are not here, it is not anymore. stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. The other day when we were out here, two undercover police watching. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. This ain't a game, y'all. This ain't a game. Do your research. People are here for so many different reasons. But we are here because Black Lives Matter. 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 Many are being taken away, incarcerated. Our children are being incarcerated. Children. For nothing. Incarcerated for nothing. For nothing. Incarcerated. Nothing. And it's okay. Their whole lives. And they have no chance. And they treat them so inhumane in this pipeline that they have off of our Mexican field. Whether they will, they will, they will. I didn't think it was money. Money for jail. Why? You dream. They will. They will. Are you scared of school? They will. They will. Or their counselor. We should have all of that. Because they got money for all of that. The white people got it. They got it. As a gift. But we can't get it. They will. 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 Y'all can understand that when you're
Broken bottle against the courthouse. I didn't catch who threw that.
around that is of America. This is America. Stay woke. 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 Better stay woke. Because now, this feeling could have been juvenile. But I'm in jail for nothing, still for nothing. Also want for 2 years, so much. And they don't know what's here. They are the ones here that don't have enough money to pay for a lawyer. So they give us a lawyer that don't care either. Like your mom around there. Stay woke. 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 How do you think this is?
Bottle number 2.
How do you think this is going? Thursday. You have to realize that someone is a woman. Stay woke. 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 We are here for Black lives. Despite what anybody else do. I told you. What are you trying to capitalize on us coming down here marching for Black lives? How? Haven't we been through enough? Capitalize on us all the time so you can do things that don't even matter. It's all political. Distraction from staying woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. All of these things are distractions. Look at this. The president is wrong. And you try to pretend that we did everything. We did everything. When we were here, when we saw what they did, everybody in the world saw what they did. But they try to tell you, we're a hoax. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. They try to tell us, oh, that's not true. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's not about what Black Lives Matter, but stay woke. 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 Now let's go. We do it on every level, our job, everyday life. You're wondering if you're going to make it home because of your skin color. Come on, help me now. Wrap your mind around this. Wrap your mind around this. This is America. Say, this is America. 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 Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Like you see, I have to worry about that. You have to worry about riding your bike, or going for a walk, or walking the dog. Stay woke. 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 Because Black Lives Matter.
go for a walk.
And then we want to change the shit. The vibe of Black Lives Matter movement has been hijacked. I'm not mad at it.
This guy's been overriding her voice all night.
We are here to protect anyone here. Thank you very much.
It's always the other. Antifa is the opposite of the KKK. Antifa is the only group that's available right now that rides as white men and women for the cause of America. In the news, they try to press Antifa as a terrorist group, but they're not calling KKK a terrorist. And the KKK, they wear white at night, but they got business suits on in the daytime. And they're the real terrorists. I'm not talking about the white men. I want to address this to the white women. The white women, I don't know if you know this, but your rights only came in, I want to say 1945. Would you say 28? Okay, 20, but in 45, that's when civil rights and the women's rights was going at the same place. So you had white women that was married to white men, but they had no rights. They was like slaves. They was like a different element of slavery. White women today have more power than anybody in the world. Now, black women are strong. Hispanic women are strong. Native women are the strongest. They almost extinct like the dinosaurs. But white women are the ones that's going to change this shit. Because guess what? If the white man hits you, he going to jail for domestic violence. And if he don't worry, call your black homie, we're going to come over there and fuck him up. But white women are more in power and control than any race in the world. And I think that y'all don't know y'all power and y'all not really exercising y'all power yet. And it's time to exercise your power. If you're dealing with a white man that's racist, fuck him. If you're dealing with a white cousin, a white auntie, a white uncle, fuck them. Your word, your power is bigger than this. And like I said, one more time, if the police don't want to come get them because it's white privilege for the man, don't worry, call your black people. We're going to come fuck them up. What I need from y'all is for y'all to start employing yourself. I know it's kind of hard to say, oh, I'm a white woman, I'm a Hispanic woman, I'm a Native American woman. How the fuck do I fit in with Black Lives Matter? I'm not even black, but you are black. Can I tell you why you are black? For one, first civilization started in Africa. You got to know your history. When we get deep in that, but that's not my point. The second point is your constitutional rights has been breached. Your constitutional right has been violated. You are now in a position that the black race been in for 400 plus years. If you don't believe me, drive down the street and get pulled over by police right now. And don't answer his questions completely. Don't be nice. Don't be scared. Act as if you have no right to be pulled over or you challenging his authority, and watch what's going to happen to you. What's going to happen to you has already happened to me and my people forever. This is not really about race. This is about class. All the classes of people are now about to officially experience what it's like to be a black man. I'm going to go a little deeper. The economy of America is crashing. The young people, the government don't want you to be mad that it's crashing, so they're blaming COVID. They're giving out stimulus checks. They're printing money without no gold backing it. So when the economy crashes, everybody gonna think small business owners, all the entrepreneurs, they're losing it because of COVID. No, you're losing because the people that's been in charge has forfeited our benefits. And this is the first time you will experience
a black man or a black woman in America. There's no gold backing money right now. We are in a digital currency. The dollar that you got in your pocket is not going to matter before this year is over with. And when you understand that and you challenge that, that's when you're going to see that you are just like a black man or a black woman. No rights, no constitutional rights, no civil rights, and you're going to shut the fuck up or you're going to get in line. Which one you going to do? That's the question. I don't worry about it. Take the time, answer it. What are you going to do? What's going on in America is a distraction. When they let that white guy put his knee on that black guy, knowing that he going live all across America, even to all the different continents, they did that on purpose. They need a distraction. Every time it's election year, the distraction comes from a black man or a black woman getting killed. Don't get caught up in that. What's really going on is the American economy is tanking, and it sucks, and it's going to be bad, and guess what? 2 months from now, it's going to be worse. And everybody out here, you're going to start experiencing the ramifications of what the economy looked like. The Cold War, the recession, the depression, I don't know, you go far back to your history. History is my major. I'm only saying these things because I think we get lost in the sauce and we lose the message. The whole message of Black Lives Matter has been hijacked. Look at them, it's a party over there. That fucking party is because bars are closed. Ain't no fucking clubs going on. And because there ain't no bars or clubs open, this is the new bar, this is the new club over there. And everybody likes drama. Everybody likes to run from authority. Everybody want to feel like they with the business. They with the function. Fuck that. The only way we're going to make some change is when we go down to Salem with more than 1,000 signatures and we're demanding change. But I got bad news for you. I got bad news for you though. The people that's in charge already know what's going on. The people that's in charge have no plan or no idea to make it better. So, okay, we're going to go with 1,000 signatures and we want some change, but guess what? It ain't going to be no fucking change. It's only going to get worse. Then when the second wave of COVID comes and more people is out of their jobs, more people going to flood the streets, Donald Trump going to send his people, you're going to get shot, you're going to get tear gas, and then what? I can't hear you what you're saying. Alright, so we're in a state of emergency right now, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope that somebody heard me tonight, and I hope that everybody out here implore 2, 3, 4 people to ride with your cause. We need subdivisions on Black Lives Matter. We can't just stand in this fucking street and chant at this fucking building. That don't matter. We need a group that's gonna deal with education. We need a group that's gonna deal with the health service. We need a group that's with the bullshit over there. We need a group for that. We need another crew that's gonna do what the medics doing. We need another crew that's gonna make sure everybody got supplies. Without that, we have no chance. And at the end of the day, I promise y'all, I'm not a pessimist, I'm very optimistic, but we so late in the agenda that it really don't matter. Your next play, you have to make a decision if you're gonna get vaccinated. If you don't get vaccinated, you will not be able to go do business as usual with nobody. You have to make that decision. If you get vaccinated, you have to understand something else comes with that. Every single day, they're implementing something that's going to take more of our American rights, our First Amendment, all the way to, how many amendments in the world? How many amendments do America have? 25? She said 25. How many amendments are in the Constitution? See my point? Everybody say they got rights, but you don't even know how many rights you got. If you do not get the vaccination, you will never be able to go to that restaurant without showing that contract tracer information. You're not doing it. If you don't have that vaccination, you're not going to be able to do business with nobody getting no money except no money. Period. This is part of Black Lives Matter right here. And if you're going to ride all the way, it's basically saying, I'm not about to be vaccinated. I'm not going to get no radio frequency identification chip. I am not sitting back and letting the American government, I'm going to call it the New World Order, because America ain't got no fucking money. If you decide that you are going to get vaccinated and you are going to be a part of that New World Order, this is not your place. You're in the wrong place. You might as well go over there and have a party in front of the federal building and dance and chant. This is a decision you have to make. Nobody's talking about this shit. Nobody's having a real conversation about racism, inequality, injustice. Why do it take somebody to die for somebody to say something? But if I talk shit to you, on the bus stop, the police are gonna be there tomorrow. They'll defend this building, but they're not gonna push the guy off his neck. They'll defend this building, but they're not gonna stop the guy that worked at PSU from getting killed. They'll defend this building, but they're not gonna stop a woman that's trying her best in the medical field from getting an illegal search and seizure and getting killed. Nobody wanna have an honest conversation. This shit is like a fad. Everybody want to be a part of it because it's popping. They popping the fireworks, they popping tear gas. And I remember when I was little, like this big, and I was bored, I used to like to run from the police to death. I used to throw rocks at their window just for them to chase me. I'm so past that. We got to figure out, after we leave this street, what are you going to do as an individual to press the cause? And I promise you, yeah, Black Lives Matter, it fucking matters because all y'all black, y'all just ain't got the memo yet. All y'all about to get treated black, y'all just ain't got the memo yet. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to push the agenda bigger in your community?
Listen. This door, we are here, listen for a long time. Excuse me.
I can't hear. Hey, once you come closer, bro, come closer. The microphone here, ain't got too many people out here. I want to hear what y'all got to say too. Come closer. Come closer. If you disagree with what I'm saying, prove a point that goes against what I'm saying. Everybody out here on some bullshit. Because when you go home, it's like, oh, we here had fun tonight, we ran for the gas. Fuck that gas.
Fuck that quota that they have. They have a quota to arrest. Yeah, they have a quota. Fuck that quota.
Absolutely. The quota they have, look, what you talking about the quota you have, it's like a motorcycle police.
Everybody fucks up. Everybody's a fucking human
Dead.
being. We're all gonna fuck up.
So let me ask you, what are you going to do tomorrow to help the cause? Besides just stay out here and scream and just be here and get drink, smoke, and go back to your quarters, what are you going to do tomorrow?
You know what? We're from Texas. We're over here.
Hey, high five to Texas. Shout out to Texas. Dallas, Houston, Corpus Christi, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio.
All the USA is experiencing. We're trying to be in part of that.
So did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? What you gonna do tomorrow that's gonna press this bigger? Because if you look at the streets now, the other day I was standing up here talking, it was thousands of people. But guess why you don't see thousands of people? Because they motherfucking ass ain't shooting no more. So you got a lot of adrenaline junkies coming down here acting like they under some Black Lives Matter, that you care about a black woman or a black man, but you're really just down here to fucking jump tear gas because you care. Black Lives Matter to you. Motherfuckers come down here to run from tear gas and pepper balls, but they never really part of the cause, or they not asking questions that's gonna press their agenda a little bigger. Look, I hope that I'm not sounding a certain way. I'm not talking at you, I'm talking with you. I gotta talk a little louder because of speakers. So I hope that my voice is not making you feel like I'm trying to press an extra line. I'm very passionate about what I'm saying. I'm very solid about what I'm saying, and I ain't with that bullshit. And a lot of people with that bullshit, I don't care about no money because I just said all the money in your pocket is dummy money. It's no gold backing no money. Fuck the money. It ain't about no material because I know some people that have Bentleys in a flood in Texas and Louisiana that Bentley don't fucking matter. It got water in the engine. It ain't about no house because all these houses, when big earthquake comes because God's wrath is coming, all that shit up there is coming down. It ain't about that. What it's about is you have a genuine understanding, you have a spiritual understanding about what's really taking place in your hometown, in your city, in your community. If you do not understand that, you're not fucking human. If you're human, you're going to be on this side. If you're not, you're on this side. That's cool. You got to, like, everybody's going to have an experience with death. And then at that last moment before you die, that's when you're going to deal with all your bullshit. I implore everybody out here to go get one more person, two more people, and press a different line. You don't have to be black to press the Black Lives Matter movement. Black Lives Matter is a constitutional play. And everybody out here is about to suffer a constitutional breach. Everybody. If you don't believe me, I'm going to be here 2 months from now. Come tell me I was wrong. So for 60 plus days, all black people talk. You got to be careful. You got a lot of people that got personal agendas. Everybody always trying to be famous. Everybody want to be that one. You got to be able to decipher and distinguish between real shit and fake shit. And it's okay. We got a lot of clowns in the circus. Don't worry about it. But you got to be able to distinguish the two, and then when you find something you believe in and you rock with it, you go all the way to the floor with it. And then if you can't find something that you totally believe in, that's when you create yourself division. That's when you do stuff like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to take charge of it, and I'm going to do something with my people to make changes for black men and black women and black children in America. It might seem like a big task. It might seem like it's too big for you, but listen, we always forget we're born to die. Every day, you're getting closer to death. So, you're going to either go out with a bang, or you're going to go out with a flame. One or the other. If just say for example, I believe there's some closet racists out here. I believe that a lot of closet racism is birthed in the household as children. I believe that you can grow and change that development after you get an eye-opening experience and realize, damn, my mom and dad, my cousins and brothers and sisters, they was on some bullshit. But it takes you to take control of your life and say, you know what, I want to live for something bigger. I want to do something bigger. And I don't know what y'all do. I know what I do in 24 hours. But I feel not too comfortable saying that that's enough. I need to do something else. That's why I'm talking on this mic. I can talk on the phone all day. I can be on Instagram all day. I can take pictures of my food. I can take pictures of everywhere I went. I can try to make those that's living less than feel less than. Fuck that. Or you gonna do something bigger than your whole family generational tree or not. If you all start tomorrow, Monday, business is open from 8 to 4, and you got an opportunity, like I said, to flood some phones, to do some emails, and let them know, hey look, I'm calling right now, I sent you like 5 emails, don't worry about it. Me and my people gonna be showing up real soon. We want some changes now. We don't want y'all to say next month. We don't want to say 6 months from now, right now. And y'all, especially white women, have the power to do that. And if your husband, boyfriend, low-key KKK, wanna be KKK, don't like it, call the police if they show up. If they don't, call your black people, we'll fuck them up. I hope everybody have a good night tonight. I'm gonna get off the mic. It's sad they not shooting tear gas no more. You ain't got a lot of spectacles. You know, you got all these streamers out there. I like streamers, but I feel like you perpetuate the body. And everybody's into the drama. But hey, I'm into the business side of shit. You ever had a business idea? You ever had a business idea and you just talk about it? And you talk about it so much that somebody next to you ends up taking it and running with it, and they look at you like, all right, I got this business, and you're looking at me like, I'm the reason you nothing, but they acknowledge you as not nobody. That's what's going on with Black Lives Matter. The people that you see so many of, they're not really with the shit. This guy right here, he's been here from day one, May 29th. There was no other black people down here but him, and he's been rocking. This is a solid movement right here. He don't want no fame. He's not looking for no stipend. He's here because something in his heart from the universe came and transcended and said, you gotta do something better, bro. And I'm so happy to see all y'all. We're not as big as you are, but I promise you, us right here is stronger than all the thousands of y'all. I don't know how we all can start communicating and networking with each other, because I'm sure I know something that you don't know, and I'm more than sure you know something I don't know. But we got to create a platform that this circle right here could be in contact, and then what's coming here, we trying to go to Salem. If you ain't trying to go to Salem, I don't know what you're really doing. Everything else is special. Hey, y'all be safe tonight. I love all y'all. My name is Ronnie Gold. I appreciate all y'all. I hope y'all go downstairs, and y'all have a good night. We got to remember we have a right to assemble and a right to freedom of speech. And no justice has been served. I mean, there's been talk about it, but no justice has been served. So on that note, we must continue to come out, even if they tear gas it or not. We gonna show up out here, we gonna make noise, we gonna exchange numbers, we gonna make change happen. No justice! No peace! 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 No peace! So remember to continue to come out every single day. It don't matter how much many of us it is. Continue to come out. It don't matter if it's raining or snowing. Continue to come out. As long as we show up, they got work to do. And they know they got work to do. As long as we show up, we're showing them that justice has not been served and it needs to hurry up and be served. But we gotta continue to show up. And like my man said, we gotta continue to do the research. We gotta start making paperwork happen. We gotta get inside the courthouse, petition, sign names to petition, whatever it takes. We gotta hold these people accountable and make change happen. The change starts with us. We love each and every one of you that continues to come out, stay coming out, and stay strong. We love y'all. I'm gonna turn in for tonight. Respect us people and respect what we want, because it's all about us at the end of the day. Thank you. Please vote.
Yeah, I like that sign too.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it is.
It's happening again.
like that. Very sweet. They're hard to like.
We shall not be just like a tree.
so scary to the point where everybody's looking east towards. We're in Texas, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if the Cubs mix. He will be racist towards his place. He will be racist towards his race just because he is smart guy. There is some sort of instilled into the Cubs that you have to be. It was very like. We don't have a permit. Eddie, dude, yeah, it doesn't matter what he killed everybody in the never walk, yeah. Never held a gun. Never well, I got that. What I got here? I got one leg full of scars.
Thanks, man. Still a gorgeous city. It's definitely not fading. They just ran federal agents out of this town and they keep coming back. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna cut it. That's as peaceful of a protest as I've ever been to. What do you know? Night 4. No munitions. No violence. Thank you all for hanging out. See you again soon.